Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to share a few projects that I've finished creating, but before I do, I just want to remind everyone that Diemond Dies has released 9 new dies out that are now available at diemonddies.com. So please go on over to the store and check them out. As I have said before, if you do happen to go on over and make a purchase, please remember to use my coupon code, thanks Laura, for 10% off. And also please remember that all orders over $35 or more are entitled to free shipping. And now that is for US and international customers as well. So I finished making two cards, and I want to share those with you. I was doing some picking up and trying to get an idea of how my week is going to play out as far as what I have to do, my personal stuff, plus what I have to do here for my YouTube friends and my projects and my commitments, because I have joined several challenges and swaps, and I have another challenge coming up. So I am going to be a busy, busy little bee. And I did that to myself on purpose because the girls started school again. And can I tell you guys, they started school yesterday, and I was talking on the phone with my girlfriend Jackie, and hi Jackie, and I was telling her how much I really, really missed them. I know I was one of those mothers too. There was a point where I was like, yes, school is starting, but that was because I was a working mom more than anything else, and I used to hate um, the whole where do I go, what daycare, what camp, the cost and all that stuff. But about 3 years ago, I had to. The family made a decision that it would be my best interest to stay at home, and for health reasons. And so I was no longer able to work. And I've been home with them for the last 3 summers. And I have to tell you guys, I'm missing them a lot. I think it's more that I realize maybe I don't have too many more summers with them before they're off and grown and on their way. I don't know. But anyways, the reason I even mentioned that little story was because I wasn't really in a really big mood to work on my mini album. I was going to do the tutorial that was requested from my stand up goodie bag card, and I couldn't get my heart into it really. So instead, I just spent the day cleaning my craft room, cleaning, at home, doing chores, talking to my girlfriend on the phone. And so today, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that tutorial today. And since I was in that melancholy kind of mood yesterday, instead I decided to go through my card stash, and I realized I have no more birthday cards. So I have to start building up my birthday card again. I also want to try to work on making more simple cards, mailable cards, but still use my character images. So that's going to be my challenge to myself for the next couple of months. So if you happen to see a lot of cards coming out, you know why. And they may be super simple looking, you know why. Also, one of the things that I was working on, and this is a little tip I want to share with you guys. And guys, I know that you guys are like super intelligent out there, and mostly everything that I tell you, you've seen or heard before. I just do it for the one or two people that maybe didn't hear about it or it didn't cross their minds. And the reason I say that is because I myself watch hundreds of videos, and I always learn something. And no matter how many times I may even see the same thing, there's one or two people out there that might do it just a little bit differently that I can also learn from them. So that's why I'm always um, I'm asked a lot of times, how do you think about doing this, or what makes you think about doing? Well, these are just little tips that I do for myself, um, to make my life a little bit easier in my crafting world. Every season, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Every season, I have my tea here, but it's not helping me. One second, I need another little sip. I'm talking too much. At the beginning of every season, one thing that I love to do is think about what I have in my stash and what do I think I'm going to be using plenty of. Let me move my camera. And one of the things that I know definitely is coming up is fall, and I know I love the fall. I also know that it's a very short season, because all too soon we're already thinking about Christmas. Like, even myself, I need to make birthday cards. I need to get some Halloween projects done, but I'm already thinking about my Christmas cards. I didn't even make my fall card yet, but I'm already thinking about Christmas. So one of the things that I like to try to do is, for instance, my leaf dies from Diemond Dies, which are these. I think are one of the most go-to dies that I use during the fall and Halloween and back to school. Of all my dies, I think I use these the most. I do have other dies. I have my spellbinders. I have my Tim Holtz. Love them, love them, love them. However, my favorite leaf dies of all are these, because I get so much details out of this maple leaf and this oak leaf. And I've been saying this. I know I'm a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying it. I love the fact that they're mid-sized. They're not very big and they're not small. They're perfect for cards, perfect for layouts, and any other altered project. Not only that, I love the fact that I can go in and stamp little words on them. I can make them into because of the perfect size. I can use my stylus tools and maybe make them look more realistic, or I can leave them just like that. I can bulk them up. I can cut them out of chipboard. I can cut them out of cardstock. So what I like to do is I like to take all my little scraps, and since I wasn't feeling like doing a big project yesterday, one of the things that I did was I took out all my little scrap pieces of papers that I thought would make great fall colors. And I just sat down, and while I was watching a program, catching up on one of my programs, I just started cutting leaves. And I cut out a whole bunch. Now, one of the things that I love to do is share stuff like this with my scrappy friends. So I go out and I do tons of these. Um, I use what I want, and then sometimes I even share some of these in Happy Meal racks or put a few of them in a card. I mean, who doesn't love leaves during the fall? And I know I do. And they're great even as a little tag. I mean, I just can find a million uses for these. So that's why I like to pre-cut a lot of these, and just have them available. So don't forget, if you want a beautiful looking leaf die, go on over to Diemond Dies and check that one out. And I also pre-cut a whole bunch of my spider web. And this is also from Diemond Dies. Like I said, I know I'm going to use them in some Halloween projects. So while I was cutting my leaves, I took the opportunity and I cut a few of these out as well. Now, because of the intricacy of this cut, and guys, can you see the size of that? Oh, I love this die. Um, yeah, because of the intricacy of it, when I do store them, I put them in between two pieces of cardstock, and that way they don't get bent or torn or caught on anything else. And again, I'll cut out several of these and I'll just put them to the side. On my downtime, maybe while watching TV, this is what I like to do. I will put everything in a little, I have these little silver tray that my sweetheart, Vicky, Me Love Bunnell, had gifted me. I don't know if you remember when Michaels was selling those big silver trays. And I'll just keep everything fally, that's not even a word, everything that has to do with fall. And I'll put them all in that tin. and I'll leave them in there until I'm ready to use them. And if I don't use them, then you know what? I have some ready for maybe a project later on, or to swap, or to give away, or for next year. I mean, honestly, guys, we hold on to some of our stuff for years. We can hold on to some of those things too. So, anyways, just a little tip for you guys, you know, especially with Christmas coming around, your little downtime now might be a good time to sit down and start cutting out some of those little snowflake dies and, um, yeah, those kind of things. Excuse me 1 second. So early, I had to go get my cup of tea. So for this project, I use my new and beautifully and much loved bow set from Diemond Dies. And this comes with a large, medium, and a small bow. And I happen to have a medium and a small one here. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Look at how gorgeous. I love this die. Ah, I'm telling you, Dee, you outdid yourself. And I also used my Fishtail Banner die and my Labels 1 nesting set die. Now, this Fishtail Banner die, I just wanted to share, again, sharing another tip. You may have seen this already on my channel. You may have seen this from others. I'm not sure. It's just a little something that I thought of, and I wanted to share with you guys. If you have happened to purchase the Fishtail Banner die, well, Diemond Dies also sells the Fancy Cloud set. Or is it Frenzy? No, it's Fancy. I think it's Fancy. We also offer a Fancy Cloud set die. If you've been watching my channel, you have seen me use it before. Well, the Cloud set die comes with these little, and I always think of Olga when I say this because I remember her calling them jimmies when she made her ice cream cone. This is what they look like. And these little things, which are just little die pieces, they're raindrops and hearts, come with the set. Now, I didn't want to break mine apart, but then when I thought of this idea, plus there was a few in the center, I did. Now, I put this here for the sake of this video, but I keep these now in a little drawer because I'm terrified I'm going to lose them. So I have a little container in one of my, on my carousel that I keep them there for when I need them. So what I did was I broke off one of the little hearts here, as you can see there, and I put it there. And that created the effect on the banner, which I'm going to share with you now. So for my first card, I used a very oldie but goodie image of mine. I don't know what it's called. This was my very first character image stamp. And when I say character image, I mean the little people, whatever they are, little girls, little boys, men, women. This was one of my very first ones. And my sister had told me about 7 Kids College scrapbooking site. It's a stamp site, and that's where I picked this up. I believe it's by Whippper Snapper, and it's a very much neglected stamp. I love, love, love this stamp, and I realize I have not used her in forever. So I decided, because she is a little birthday stamp, to use her. And I don't remember what happened to the packaging, but this is how I stored this one. And from this line, at that time, I had purchased 3. I also purchased the little fisherman, and I know you've seen me use them in projects. And this one is called Ellis and Frogger. And these are all Whippper Snapper stamps. I love the exaggerated feet and the tiny little bodies. Guys, oh my gosh, I'm talking so much. So anyways, I decided to create this card. And this is the one that I used I combined multiple dies. I used my Diemond Dies, my Spellbinder dies, and my Marianne design dies. For this card, This is a 6x6 card. Here on the corners, I have some die cuts from Marianne that I used, and I cut them out in white. Over here on the edge, here and here, I use my Spellbinders dies as this oval and this oval where I stamped the image as well. I colored in my image with my Pro markers, and I added a tiny bit of stickles to the bottom of her dress, the little package, and her little bow on her head. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. I didn't put on a lot. Oh, and the little buttons on her shirt. On the bottom here, I'm not sure if you can tell, I have this is the small Diemond Dies bow die, and I put a little white flowered heart cabochon there. And then on the bottom here, I use one of my MFT border dies, and I believe this is called wavy scallops. I'm not even too sure about that. I'm sorry, guys. Then on the inside of the card here, I have pattern paper. This is what I did with the banners with that little heart in the center, and I just love it. I did a previous project where I just discovered this. It was the mini purse goodie box, and now I'm in love. I think I'm going to use it on everything. I have some more of those die cut corners there. And then down here, I have another die cut by Marianne Designs as well. And I love the embossing on that. Do you guys see that? I added some white pearls. And then underneath that, I don't know if you recognize those pretty little flowers, but those are also from a Diemond die. Those are the new Sugar Plum Flower set. And guys, look at the layering of those flowers. I am so in love with these Sugar Plum flowers. And they're so easy to do. And look at how pretty. It just makes it so pretty. Then I have another strip of pattern paper down here. And I added some twine, and I also made some little bows on the corner. And then I will just stamp my sentiment in here. So that's my birthday card using multiple die sets and just putting them all together to create a nice little pretty birthday card. My second card is my simple card, and this I used only my Diemond dies. I used some Brenda Walton pattern paper that I had left over in my stash. I used some Recollection cardstock, distressed everything with Concord grape and preserves, distressing grape preserves, I think it's called, and Concord grape. I'm not sure now. It's too early. I use my distressings. Over here in the corner, I use my corner chomper by We Are Memory Keepers, and I just punched out a little scallop edge. I added some bling to the corners to my little image, and she's so cute. I just love her. I used one of My Besties Stamp, and I love this one. Her name is Raggedy Rose. This is what she looks like, and I loved her because of her hair. She reminds me of Leanne. So I colored her up using my Pro markers. Then I fussy cut her, which was no easy feat, with all these little thingamajigs all over the place. I added some stickles. I used my Labels 1 nesting die by Diemond Dies for this cut and this cut here. Then I just added a little plain piece of cardstock in the back. I have her pop dots. I used my little acrylic flowers here and in her hair. Oh, and I already told you my little acrylic gems. Then over here, I have the small Diemond Dies bow. No, actually, that's the medium. Yep, that's the medium one. And I just shared that with you guys. And I also use my mini must-haves to create this little flower here. And I have a little pearl in the center. And then on the inside, again, keeping it simple, I use some more of the Brenda Walton pattern papers by K & Company. I created a tiny little bow using my Diemond Dies bow set. And then I added another little acrylic flower there. And like I said, I distressed everything with my Tim Holtz Distressings. So that's my second card, guys. So guys, just so you know, I have an appointment, I have a very important announcement to make tomorrow. I am going to be giving you guys some very interesting news, and also I'm going to be announcing several giveaways. So you want to stay tuned for that, and then at some point later on in the day, I will be doing my tutorial for my goodie bags card. So stay tuned. I have lots and lots of great things coming to you guys, lots of giveaways and some challenges as well. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will talk to you all very soon. Variety says bye bye. Bye for now.